Welcome to another episode of Classic Theater with the Brooklyn Boys.
Yeah, what's up, y'all? All I can do is laugh at this nigga, man. Y'all don't even know why I'm laughing at this nigga, but it's a story for another day. It's a story for another day. What's up, Brooklyn?
What up,
world?
Brooklyn?
Y'all good? Shout out to the Wood Stack.
What up, Swizzle?
Fuck Suave, as usual, per usual. Shout out to Shanice. She looking like pumpkin spice.
Shanice!
But she been holding us down, though. Shanice been holding us down for a couple of years, but she back over here holding niggas down. And, yeah, we got my man BA in here. I ain't gonna tell you what the BA stand for right now, but he here. And he trying to earn something. So, you know. And we got, why you getting up for, my nigga? You making me nervous, man. Fuck this nigga walking around for like that, Mo. Tell him to sit down, bro.
I don't know.
I like this nigga, man.
Look like it's about to go down.
Kima, what up? We shout out to the Wood Stack, the Wood Stage.
Wood Stage 8.
Denisha just left. Shout out to Tico, but fuck that nigga at the same time.
Tico forever.
Fuck Tico. But yeah, shout out to him though. What else?
You tell me. How are you doing today?
Yeah, how you fucking doing today?
I'm chilling like a villain.
Okay, listen, I heard you was a villain, but we ain't gonna talk about that. Let's go. Let's get into this shit. Yo, I gotta tell you some bullshit though.
What's new?
I think I gotta stop joking around for a second, bro. I was fucked up today, bro.
Fucked up how?
Like really messed up. Like for real, for real. I got a phone call today from my baby girl. When she goes, Daddy, what's up? I said, what's up? She said, what you doing tomorrow? So I might be hanging out with X, Y, and Z tomorrow. She goes, oh, okay. When's your next free day? And I said, I don't know. Why? What's up? What you need? She said, I want to introduce you to my boyfriend.
What? What?
Yo,
Nigga, that shit just made my heart drop.
Yo, Mo, I'm going to tell you, I almost like curled over in my crib. Like, I'm like, what are you talking about? Like,
Oh my God.
And y'all know, y'all that do know follow the show, my baby's 24. So even though, you know, I know she is of dating age and she a grown woman in the world's eyes, she's still my baby. And if God could have gave me 6 more years for this to come about, so I called my brother. Y'all know my brother, but you know, call B.O.
You want me to come?
You sound like 80. 80 said the same shit. 80 said, I got to meet the nigga too.
That shit crazy, bro.
So B.O. was like, why you give a fuck, man?
What you mean?
B.O. was like, she ain't gay, she ain't eat no pussy, and she ain't no hoe. I was like, what? I was like, what, B.O.? Like, what? Like, I don't want to hear that shit. Like,
Don't nobody want to hear that shit, bro.
so my mind, you know, if she's introducing me,
That means that,
she taking this person serious.
yes.
And she takes me serious enough to go, Dad, you know. And yeah, bro.
I feel for you, brother.
It's on my heart, son. I don't even want to meet the nigga, to be honest with you.
Nah, you should meet the nigga. But I'm gonna tell you this. What you should do is punch him in the face.
Her mother said I can't embarrass her.
That's not embarrassing, huh? It's letting that nigga know. Let me tell you. So back in my robbing days, right? What I would do is I would go into the establishment and I'd pistol whip a nigga off rip just to let him know shit real. You understand what I'm saying? So I think you should just punch him in the face.
I was gonna like pull one of the hammers out and just leave it out.
Nah, that's
just
too
leave it out.
much.
And I was gonna leave it out
No.
and be like, oh shit, let me put this away in my bag.
This ain't Bad Boys 2, bro.
Now I wasn't gonna pull it on him like this.
Nah. Damn, this is. You caught me off guard with this, bro. Like,
Son, that shit's Suave. That ain't crazy. That was a dry ass year, Suave. All right, Callie getting older.
you see, and that's the thing. Like, you just don't know how to approach it, cause
Nah, bro.
you don't know if you want to be cool. You don't know if you don't want to be cool.
I don't
like,
know.
Like,
I was trying to prepare a speech in my head. I don't got nothing. I just got to go off the rip because I don't even know what to say. I don't even know if I'm going to like the nigga. It might change when I meet
now, what if you meet the nigga and he's a bitch ass nigga?
I'm going to tell him. No, that's a bitch ass. You don't need to fuck with this dumb ass nigga. I'm going to tell him. I won't say it in front of him, but I'm going to tell her though.
But what if she like, but I like him, Dad?
Nah, you can't. This nigga's a bitch. Like,
But what if she's like, okay, but I like him?
I think she'll listen to me over time. Like she'll listen, probably not right off the rip, but it'll be over fast. If
God, yo,
she still
son,
listen.
oh my God, this shit got God. I don't like. This shit got.
Yeah, then I call her mother. And I'm like, yo, listen, let me ask you a question.
Has her mother met him?
Probably so, because I go to the moms. I'm like, yo, listen. First thing I asked her, I said, let me ask you a question. We still a team, right? Like we still a team. She's like, what the fuck you want? I'm like, yo, are we still a team? Yeah, we still a team. Why you asking me that? She said, I know you ain't calling me about no Sydney shit.
Like, what if that nigga's a gang member?
Oh, she ain't doing that.
I'm just asking you a question.
Come on, man. I raised it. What I do know for sure, one thing for certain, two things for sure. I raised her too well, me and her mother, and the village around her. She made good decisions so far with her life. I don't see her going overboard in that direction. And she not bringing certain things home to me. That ain't happening. So I can't see that. But what I can say, so I told her mother, I said, yo, why wouldn't you like call me and prepare me? Like, why wouldn't you just say, yo, let me give you a heads up.
Exactly.
Because you know I got to process. I couldn't leave the house.
You ain't even expect that shit. Like,
she called me like we gonna
nigga,
go catch a movie.
I think I got a process. What are you talking about? Like, I'm thinking you were gonna say, man, my baby want to know when the next day I'm free because she wants to spend some time with me, and that shit really hit me in the heart. Like, nigga, that shit dropped out of left field. Like,
yo, I'm telling you, I call that nigga 80 today. I said, yo, I told 80 that shit. I said, I don't even know what to do. He said, nah, Styles, I gotta meet the nigga too. Like, nah, but you raised it right. Like, she gonna be cool, but nah, Styles, we got, yeah. I don't know. I think I might gotta come with you.
this is when it gets real, bro.
Hell no. I told punk ass Kima, she laughed.
Yo, you old.
Huh?
You old.
I don't know what I am. I know I was sad. So I told her mother, so I called her mother's sister, and her mother's like, I'm the one that told her to tell you. Like I said, so I said, why you didn't tell me? Her mother's like, yo, Sydney's a grown woman. They keep using this grown woman shit.
But I'm gonna tell you why
She's not grown to me though.
But I'm gonna tell you why that is. Those are women, bro.
And they look at shit different.
The way they look at the daughter is different than how the dad does. It's not the same.
And I told her mother, because you don't got no father. That's
because nigga, like I told you, when you told me that, you ain't see my eyes, nigga. Like,
I told her mother, I said, yo, you ain't got no pops. That's why you acting like that. See, if you had a pops, you would know how your pops would feel. She's like, why everybody say I got no father? You don't know your father. That's why you acting like that,
wow.
nigga. That's what happened when you got a daddy, nigga. I don't know what to tell you, nigga. I better stop playing with me. I don't even want to go through with this shit. Like,
Nah, you should.
it's not him. It's the situation. I don't give a fuck about this nigga. I beat that little nigga the fuck up.
Yeah, but you know what? But hopefully, bro, he's just a good person to a point where you can't help but to like him.
Yo, I couldn't even call her back today. I ain't want to speak to her today. I ain't call her back at all. Usually would have talked already. Or she said, let me process, bro. Yeah. So world.
Like, how do you approach that situation?
I don't know, bro. I don't know, bro.
Because you see, I kind of got off easy. Because my daughter's in a relationship. She's been in a relationship with a female for the past 10 years. My daughter just got married 2 weeks ago, but it's a female, so it's never really been nothing. You understand what I'm saying? Like we know what young men want. We know we were young men.
Yeah. I don't want to think about it, my nigga. I don't want to think about it.
Oh my God.
I'm just gonna let the world know this is what I'm going through. I'm angry.
Man.
I feel
but I think
like she growing up, but at the same time, I don't know what to feel, bro. I'm just fucked up.
But I think to a degree, it's between what Ado said and it's between what her mother said, right? For one, you have to have faith and belief in the foundation that you've laid upon in this child of yours. You understand? There's a point where, bro, you put in the work. So now allow her to go out there and use the work that you put in. And it's also, bruh, she's 24 years old. Because even my daughter will be 21 in 2 months. You know what I'm saying? And she's in college and all of that. And although we haven't crossed that part of the road yet, I try to prepare myself for it every day. And I just remind myself, yo, bro, she's old enough to have a boy. She's old enough. She's old enough. And it's just, but damn, what you just said to me proves to me that no matter how much I tell myself that, I'm never going to be ready to hear that, bro.
Yo, you know what I told her mother? I said, yo, she thinks she telling me this shit. And even if I go with it, I'm cool. I said, the nigga can't come to Thanksgiving. He can't come to Christmas. Like, this nigga ain't invited to shit.
But why?
Because he not yet, man. Maybe next year.
But you know what?
Not this year.
You know what I think it is?
Can't
I think that, and God willing, this will be the case, that it'll be a situation where, because I love those that love who I love. You understand what I'm saying? And I hope that it's a situation where the love that he has for her is so evident that you can't help but to have love for him, for loving your child. You understand where I'm coming from? I mean, that's always a possibility too. But at the same time, as a man, bro, there's also that thing like when she begins turning into somebody else other than you and dealing with that.
That's why I told her mother, like, I'm still got to be daddy. Like, I can't, I don't know. Listen, I don't want to talk about this shit no more. You depressing me. We got the people to talk to. But if y'all got any advice, you fathers out there, just hit me up, man. Whew. And I'm paying young niggas to come smack this nigga too. So like, I'm giving out a care package to young niggas. That's where we at with it. That's where we at with it, America.
See, if I really wanted to get you back, I would have just contacted Sydney and told her to show up with the biggest gang member I know. If I really wanted to get your ass back, but I'm not gonna do that to you. You see how I could have got him?
She wouldn't play with me like that, bro. Not even playing.
Yo,
we're not even playing. But anyway, we go. That's enough of my nonsense. But we're gonna get into this. Yeah, I gotta like. Whoo, Suave, you might have to cut back and come back into something like, you know what I'm saying? my chest hurt. But anyway, I'm gonna try to.
My chest hurt for you, bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to pull it in. And keep it, they give two shits about me, bro. 2 shits. But anyway, every dog got their thing, Kima. And you got 3. Yeah, all right. But America, let's get into this show. So,
bam, 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 bam.
Before I get into any nonsense, what I'm gonna do, I want to take the time out because I know we've been distracted by a lot of stuff that's been going on.
Diddynomics.
In the media and this on social media, just period, just being on social media. But on a serious note, man, we had a hurricane. You know, it is hurricane season, and there was a hurricane that kind of went through
Florida,
Midwest.
Atlanta.
You call it Midwest and the South, some of the South. This past week, man, and they said the devastation from it is almost equivalent to the Hurricane Katrina. You know, and you know, I had a friend that was traveling this week who was out that way, and I couldn't get in contact with her for a minute, and it kind of bothered me because you know we were talking, and all of a sudden you can't get in contact, and I totally forgot that you know all our phones are connected to towers. You know, some reason I thought they was connected to satellites in space or something, but they're connected to towers. And it made me realize when she was going towards that direction, that a lot of people was out there with no cell service, no phone service. If you've seen some of the pictures online of the destruction, maybe Suave will put some up, of the water, of the floors giving away, of the mountain, the mudslides. This some of the devastation throughout the country. Is horrific, right? And I know we all got caught up, and it's so crazy how we desensitized now. Because if you go back to Katrina, even if you went back to Hurricane Sandy that we had in New York,
it was on every channel.
Every channel, everybody was worried. Everybody was talking about the Hurricane Alina. That's the hurricane's name, right? I think it's Hurricane Alina. we don't even hear nothing. We hear the presidential debate. We hear about the Diddy. We hear about Cardi B and Offset. We hearing about so many other things, but we not hearing about how many Americans right now today are displaced. They have no food, no water. FEMA just said they will not have enough money. They ran out of, and now I don't know if this is political because they said they spent a lot of the FEMA money that was put away for emergencies was spent on migrants. But my thing is, you know, we giving Palestine, we giving Ukraine billions and billions upon billions of dollars.
But can't take care of home.
And can't take care of home. There's no way in hell aid shouldn't come into the Midwest, the South, with billions of dollars just flooding in.
Even the migrants. They may be here domestically, but they are still from other places. Like, we're taking care of everybody else.
But our own people.
But our own people.
And we're distracted, and nobody's talking about this. So please, if y'all have your local places that y'all could donate money, donate clothes, because it's not all about money sometimes. Donate food, whatever you got, whatever you can send, you should send something more. Just getting the word out so people can be talking about it more. Sometimes you ain't got nothing to give. Sometimes just your word of mouth. Sometimes just putting it on your social media so it can become a larger topic so people can get involved. And the government feel guilty so they could get involved and find the money like they find the money for everything else, you know?
And I was just going to say, I don't know if we can totally blame this on the media, right? Because the reason being is because social media is flooded with what people take an interest to, right? That's how things go viral, right? People see something, they take an interest to it, they repost it, they repost it, they repost it. I think back in the days of Katrina and all of that, you know, we were all watching channel 2 through 11, right? And they kept it on these news shows, right? On constant rotation. But the thing now is most of us watch television on demand, right? Like, when the last time you watched UPN 11 News or Channel 5 News, you know what I mean? And I think that it's almost like what goes to the forefront, it's kind of like the power's in the hands of the people, right? Because right now, you know, the biggest things is what's going on with Diddy, right? And that's every time you go down your timeline, every third post is a Diddy post. You get where I'm coming from? So unfortunately, when the people don't gravitate towards what's important, what gets pushed to the forefront is the gossip, is the BS, man. And I think that we need to stop losing sight of what's important. Like, what's important is what's going on in the world. What's important is these things that are affecting us. Like, it's, you know, and I saw that was one of our topics. I'm not even going to touch on it now, but I'm going to mention it. Like, people don't realize how big that dock worker strike is.
Yeah, we'll get into that next.
And how much that can bring the world to a stop, and how much harder this can make our lives. And, you know, everybody's been complaining about inflation and the prices of food going up, but don't even understand that could cause the price of food to double and triple. You know, there are things that are so much more important than what's going on with these celebrities or all of this gossip, man, for us to really be putting out there. And we have to make sure that we're not keeping our own selves deaf, dumb, and blind.
Yeah, I do agree with you with the timeline. That's how the timeline worked. But I also want to just add this. When we was going through the pandemic, and even with the presidential debates in last year, the last presidential thing with Biden and Trump, you know, Meta, Facebook, or whatever, they was curving things out the timeline. So I feel like powers that be can also control if they want to control it.
They can to a degree, because I'll give you a perfect example. When that whole Gaza thing started in Palestine, Sean King was one of the biggest advocates of putting that content out there, right? And he almost single-handedly kept that alive, right? On Instagram.
And they shut it down.
and they deleted his page. But what I'm saying is, for a good month or two, like, he was literally who kept that alive on Instagram. You know, so we do have the power. Yeah, they're eventually going to shut us down. You know what I mean? But we do have the power to put it out there for a limited amount of time until, you know, they do what they do.
Yeah. I guess we could like I said, people.
Shout out to Sean King too, man.
Yeah, shout out to Sean King. Like I said, if you help people, you know, my condolences go out to the families, members some of the people that's been lost, the people that's suffering, you know, and if y'all could tell a friend to tell a friend, or like I said, go to one of these donation sites. They probably just find a legitimate one.
And I just want to know,
and help somebody.
Not to cut you off, but every time a natural disaster happens somewhere in the world, it's pray for this country or pray. Why we never pray for our goddamn selves? It's always.
Well, we was praying for Katrina when that happened, and we was praying for Sandy. I don't think people just desensitized now. They too much other shit that's going on. We just caught up in a bunch of stuff. Like you said, you know, the dock workers threatening to strike.
No, they started striking.
They started the strike, but the strike has now ended. Not too long ago, right before you came here.
Oh, it ended?
The strike has ended. But I figured the strike would end soon because we in an election year. Had we not been in an election year, I don't think the strike would have ended, but it ended. They came up to agreement. They're saying that they will, the strike wouldn't take place. If it had to take place, they're on a standstill until January, so after the election. So the strike is over. Because if that strike happened, they said it was an estimate.
If January, then the strike is postponed.
Postponed. Yeah. They said it would have been an estimate. Every day that strike would have happened, it would have pushed things back 4 days. Like, you know, I mean, a week.
But didn't they say they would lose like
millions of dollars? You've been using millions of dollars, or like say you had a shipment, that'll push your shipment back a week. So every day would have pushed the shipment back a week or so. So that would have drove prices up dramatically throughout the country, which we can't even suffer that right now.
Y'all think the price of shipping is high now?
You know what I'm saying? So, but I'm glad they got that. But I you know, I had predicted, you know, I was telling people now they're gonna get rid of it's election year. Like we were 40-some days out, 30-some days out to the election. So I didn't think that was gonna be a thing. But what also is another thing, so thank God for that. Also is another thing that's happening right now in I was told to pronounce this not Iran. Iran? Iran. No, my bad.
Iran.
Iran. It looked like Iran to me, but all right, cool.
Who ran?
I don't know. Iran. But on some serious stuff, you know, Iran launched over 240 missiles, I think, into Palestine. Into Israel. That's right. Into Israel. And but last week, I think Israel had triggered somehow, some way, put bombs in like a whole bunch of cell phones, like over 1,000 cell phone walkie-talkies, and the bombs was just going over. It killed like over 9 people and injured hundreds of people. So, you know, just to see, we could be on the brink of World War III with all this stuff happening here, Russia and you just said it. Ukraine going back and forth, and we just here on our timeline, like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? All of us, I'm guilty of it too. You know, and we not even seeing. And then, you know, so funny, my little brother hits me up, right, the other day out the blue. He's like, yo, pray for me. I'm like, pray for you for what? He put in a group chat to me and my brothers. He's like, yo, man, if a war starts, they could draft me. I think you got to be like 27 or 28 or something like that, not to get drafted. You know what I'm saying? And the stress that it's probably gonna start putting on little niggas that's starting to realize, like, yo, this shit could be real. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's really crazy. So, you know, yeah, we on the brink of some bullshit and on a precipice of something. Hopefully, you know, listen, we just got to pay attention and wake up. And, you know, only the voice of the people coming together, being one with what they say, what we're saying, and fighting against all the other bullshit, man, that's the only way this shit gonna stop, man. We gotta pay attention because, like I said, the distractions are real. And I'm not saying it's not cool to be on social media, but you also gotta be aware of what's happening to you at the same time. It's like kind of being outside. You know, when you're outside in the hood and you talk to your homeboy, or you even on your iPad, your iPod in your ear, your phones, your headphones in your ear, you got one headphone out. You always gotta be aware of what's going around in your surroundings. We gotta be aware while we engage in other things, we have to be aware of what's going on. So please, let's be engaged in what's happening and what's going on, man.
And lastly, I'll say that social media may be entertaining, But what you need to remain aware of is that it's probably our biggest tool. Point blank, period. Use it.
Yes, sir. So,
See, why did you start the show off by telling this thing about Sydney? Because, yo, bro, it just totally changed the mood, bro.
it did, right?
Yo.
Yo, and niggas didn't understand that today when I was talking about that. But, listen, we're going to liven it up. We're going to talk about some other stuff, man. We're going to liven it up because it did just change the mood a little bit. But New York City is now giving out birth control to the rats. So, I don't know, man.
In what form?
I don't know. Pills, I don't know how that works, man.
Little rat rubbers?
Yo, niggas ain't got Medicaid. They probably could go out there and get that rat birth control so they fix their situation too and stop having these little rugrats. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you a fool.
I don't know. But New York City is what is that? What, like? Yeah, no, don't find anything. Just stop that noise. No, don't pull nothing up in here. We don't need your help with that. Stop that noise. Don't interrupt our show again, or you're gonna have to go. Yeah, she bugging. Yeah, but yeah. So New York City with the rats, man. So listen. I guess you could sprinkle some birth control outside your door, and no more rats. But don't rats like adapt to everything?
I was about to say, I don't think it's that easy, bro. I don't think it's that easy. I mean, I just don't think it's that easy. Like,
but they doing a couple of things because they just made me buy like $250 worth of garbage cans. You had to change your garbage cans. So I guess with some rat poison, garbage cans, birth control, I guess we have some rat control. I don't know. That's what it seems like it might be.
Listen, well, we hope for an improvement. God willing, it works.
Yeah, we'll see. I was driving this morning. I just seen a rat run across the street. Niggas like, hey, it's spit off.
Bro, my boy sent me a video. He was driving, and a mouse just came out the hood of his goddamn car while he's driving.
Oh, that's ill. You know, that remind me. I took Sydney's car last year, the car she had first, and I had took it to change like a battery or something. And the nigga was like, yo, there's been either like rodents living in the hood.
Wires?
Because they said at nighttime, when it's cold outside, they run into the engine of the car.
Wrong.
And he was like, look, this is all rat shit right here. Like, I'm like, what? This is a brand new car. What the fuck are you talking about? Yeah. So they, the thing on top of when you open the hood, it has like this little thing. They was taking the cushion out and like making it cozy.
Well, she's
but I'm like, yo, but the car move every day.
But she's lucky because a lot of times what they do is they eat the wires, and they fuck up, the electric.
Yeah, that was crazy. I was like, damn, man, this is crazy. Imagine she called me and said, Daddy, right in the car. I didn't know what I would have did. She been called that nigga. Me stop.
Yo, you stupid.
No, she better not. She always been called Daddy.
Yo, you stupid.
Anyway, so they just legalized jaywalking in New York City.
Jaywalking was always legal in New York, bro.
New York City. Niggas can't even cross the street
like,
at the light.
What?
Yo, but you remember when we went to LA, we got that ticket for jaywalking?
Yeah.
Them niggas was serious.
They was dead serious.
Me and Moe crossed the street in the middle of the street like we from New York. And that nigga didn't care we was from New York. It was no, like, it was, what's that word they say? No ignorance to the law. Like, we didn't have he did not care. You remember that shit?
I remember.
Niggas gave us a ticket for crossing the middle of the street. Like, yo, we from New York City, you can cross. Now, well, you can't cross here.
For real.
You remember that, boy? That shit was crazy.
Jaywalking was always legal in NY.
Yeah, we could always jaywalk here, man. Always jaywalk. Yo, I seen this today, man. They say for men to be healthy, that we should have at least 2 to 3 man days.
God nights a week.
God nights a week.
Yeah, go out with your friends. I think that contributes.
Well, I've had about 6 God nights a week, but we ain't gonna talk about that.
I think that contributes to good mental health, man. I myself can't say that I'm somebody else around my friends than who I am around my lady, but I think that there's a level of comfort. There's just I don't know. You're the same person, but there's just this other side of you that comes out when you're around your boys. You get what I'm saying? Nah,
I think when you're around your boys, you get to Just like maybe have a release with your woman is a different type of release with your friends. Cause the shit that you can't say at home or the shit that you don't want to talk about, you kind of could just let off your chest and you could do it in your manly way.
Without judgment.
Yes. And you kind of could just be like, get the fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's different. And y'all laugh and sometimes you may get a drink or I tell people for me, you know, one of the greatest things in life for me, more than money, more than anything else, is being around my family and friends. That shit is the best feeling in the world. Even whether we arguing, fighting, having fun, traveling. When I'm around my guy and my peoples and shit like that, I'm cool.
I would like to know if he felt that way the other day when I called him 50 times back to back.
Yo, this nigga be. We're not even getting to that shit, man. And this nigga called me 51
He hung up on
times,
me.
bro.
He hung up on me, and I decided that I was gonna make his phone ring for 5 hours straight. Yo, you lucky I had somewhere to go. I literally was gonna call you. I was gonna make your phone ring for 5 hours straight.
Yo, this nigga called me back to back. I had 48 missed calls, and before that, he called me like 3 or 4 times before that. Yo, I had to turn my ringer off, bro. Like, it was just, he was relentless. And I know but I got his ass back, bro. We're gonna talk about how I got his ass back. I definitely got his ass back. So other shit, they also say, you know, you can slow down aging also by doing trips, multiple trips a year.
By traveling.
By traveling. So
Stress reliever.
You know, I'm well traveled. I can check my passport. You know what I'm saying?
You know, listen, you know it's crazy because I always used to call vacation living a lie for a week, right? Mm-hmm. And I think that's what it is. Like, you get to sort of live a life outside of the regular rat race. You understand? Because and I don't even think it's all about location. You know, years ago, sometimes I would literally book a room in the city, you know, in a nice hotel, and I would just spend the weekend in the city, you know. So for me, like, getting away isn't just about vacation, it's just a different state of mind, right? Like, just giving your mind a break from the monotony of always thinking about what dream you're chasing or what you're trying to achieve, and just giving your mind some downtime.
Downtime, yeah. Now, you know, even you know what I like to do. I go to the spa, right? Go to this local spa, man. I used to just go in there and I go in the sauna for about 30 minutes, 20 minutes. The steam room. I go in the jacuzzi, go in the cold plunger for about 10 minutes. And even that, you know, they got all that. What you call that noise? The little birds chirping.
Yeah.
Around the whole spot.
The ambient.
Yeah, they got that, and I'm just chilling. The lights are dim, so even those things, like, you got to find something to, you know, to relax you. A lot of times people go from work, it's just the same continence monotony. You go from work to home, work to home, work home kids, and then the weekends you find yourself just sleeping in the crib, and then got to get back up into the same proverbial, you know, this constant same thing all the time. So for me, you know, you got to find things that you can kind of just get the stress off you, whether it's working out, whether it's going to the spa, whether it's that vacationing. And I think people should go away. You should do a vacation, like a vacation with your boo, but you also should do like a girls' night or a girls' trip or a guys' trip. Like, you need to do that stuff, man. Especially as we get older, man, because as we get older, we get, you know, I'm sitting in the crib watch basketball, like, you know what I'm saying? So we got to do that. A new study shows if you kiss your significant other for at least 6 seconds, you could kick divorce papers goodbye. Like, you keep the relationship fresh.
Intimacy is very important.
They said kissing and also hugging. Like a hug, like a 6 minute. They didn't say what kind of kiss. I don't know if it's like, or it's like all tongue and all that shit. But yeah, sometimes, you know.
Because it releases oxytocin.
Yeah, the dopamine. But, you know, I was thinking, like, in my previous relationships, I don't remember, like, always kissing every week. Like, I don't remember kissing every day.
That's why I didn't.
Probably didn't last, right? Or you come in, you might go, hey, babe, you know what I'm saying? But and if you start fucking like once or twice a week.
But I think that's what leads to the destruction of relationships. I think that we get comfortable and we forget to put in the effort, right? It's like, and the older I get, the more I'm starting to realize that relationships are literally like a job, bro. That, you know, like, you're supposed to wake up every day and think about, what am I gonna do to make this person in my life smile? You understand? Because you can't just leave that to chance. So it's like you should continue to put in the effort every single day to make that person smile. You should put in the effort every single day to communicate to that person how you feel, you know? And it's simply because you can't leave that to chance. You can't just wing it. Although that's what most of us, you know, get comfortable and we fall back to is winging it. And I think that that's why relationships end.
No, we definitely can't just wing that, and it's important. I think now that I think about it, to do that intimacy, like to hug, even if it's not your woman or your man. Like
Styles,
I think we should hug our kids.
Styles is trying to like transition to prepare you to hug you later, Suave. I'm just telling you right now.
Well, we're gonna find Suave a man.
That's why he said it ain't got to be just your woman.
People think Suave gay.
What do you mean people think Suave gay?
People, because I just said we got 5 Suave men.
This guy's crazy, man.
Yeah, and Suave don't say nothing. He just take that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
no Diddy.
Suave just be in here, just whatever. Yo, let me ask you a question. I seen this thing, man. Kind of skeptical, but it sounds cool. But I seen this thing. It's kind of crazy. Japanese has now built an MRI machine, right, that you can record your dreams and play it back to you. So you can go sleep in the joint, wake up, and it can. I don't know if I want niggas recording my dreams, bro. I dream the craziest shit, bro.
I don't know if I want people fucking with my brain, bro. Seriously, because it's like, what are the side effects? And once the side effects start happening, there's no way to undo it, bro.
My nigga, I'm still having dreams of getting hard-ons, nigga. Like when I wake up and shit. So, like, I don't want niggas to see that. Like, somebody machine. Last night I dreamt that an alligator was biting my finger, all kind of. I'm like.
But if that's the case and you have a wet dream, you get to watch a porn that you're in, starring you.
Fuck it,
like what if you had a dream that you was having sex with J-Lo? You wouldn't want to be able to play that back over and over.
I'm doing it, man. Fuck it. All right, y'all can sign me up, Japan. I'm down.
Let's see, that's all it took. That's crazy.
I know who I'm dreaming about tonight, nigga.
Why are you looking at me when you said that? The fuck?
Yo, this dude, what's wrong with you, bro?
You're making me uncomfortable.
Yo, this guy's crazy.
I will get a class action lawsuit against you. Stop playing with me, bro.
Yo, this guy is out of his fucking. What's wrong with you,
this
man?
This guy looking at me and smiling when he talking about he know he gonna dream about the night. Like what?
This guy's crazy. Want to take the time out real quick just to give a RIP to John Amos. That's how you say his name, right?
Yeah, John
Amos from Good Times.
And Dikembe
Mutombo. No. Yeah, man.
I heard he was a really good guy.
Yeah, man. He built a lot of hospitals in Africa and helped, thousands of not millions of people in his own country, man. Like, so shout out to Mutombo for putting in that work, man. And shout out to James, man, James Evan from Good Time, the first real father we probably saw, black father we saw on TV.
May the Most High be pleased with you both.
Yes, man, yes. Yeah, R.I.P. and condolences to your family and your time of bereavement. You know what I'm saying? So we definitely gotta pay homage to those brothers. Y'all seen this crazy story? I think it's old, but it was a 19-year-old that won $12 million.
Yeah, it was in England.
And gave $1 million to his sister, which she died of an overdose. And then he lost all the rest of the money on gambling and drugs. Mm-hmm. And had to go back to being a garbage man.
He became a rapper.
What?
No. Oh. Basically, he had a big chain and a bunch of jewelry.
Yo, that's crazy. That probably proved like you can't give no young nigga no money like that.
I don't even think it's I don't even think it's just about him being young because I remember there was this dude that had won $500 million in the lotto, and it basically ruined his life, bro. Like his best friend got murdered. Like it ruined his life. He became a drug addict. Like ruined his life. And
$500 million ain't ruined my life. It's gonna better my life.
Yeah, but that's at this point in your life.
That's why I said it. I think it's him young.
But I've always said that the things that we go through are preparation for whatever blessings may come. You understand what I'm saying? And a lot of times we pray for certain blessings early in life, and God doesn't give it to us because we aren't prepared. The same thing you ask for could be the same thing that will kill you, bro, if you're not prepared for it.
Listen, you give me $500 million, you give me $1 million a day, ain't my life. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, we gotta be prepared. You know, it's so funny. I know this sounds crazy. You know, I always live my life like I'm gonna win the lotto soon. Like so, I already got it planned. Well, you already know. I be telling you my plan. I be having it planned out, like who gonna get what I'm spending my money on, where it's gonna go, how much is going here, what property I'm gonna buy here. So I already have a plan, even though I don't know if that's gonna be the plan when it happens, but I already have a plan. I think what people don't do is plan for success, right? Like, don't let your situation, where you at currently, decides where you want to be at. Decide where you want to be at for your future. You should always have a forward plan in your mind of what you want to be or what you want to do or where you see yourself at, like you're gonna be there, even when you're not there. Because you know, I don't want to I stay ready, so I don't got to get ready when it's time for me to do what I got to do. So I already know what car I want. I know what I'm doing. I even know what I'm doing with the kids. What type of different plans and money, stock plans I'm putting the money in for the kids and IRAs and all kind of stuff. Like I already know what I'm doing in my mind. You know, even though if that's not the plan, then I got to learn more. I already know the direction that I want to go into. So I think a lot of times we got to live our life like, yo, we're gonna be something successful. And I don't think success come to you just by happenstance. And even if it come to you by happenstance, you'll fail because you don't have an idea where you want to go.
I mean, I always say if the only time you think you're going to win the game is when you're in the lead, then that means every time you won by luck. I don't care if you're down by 20. You're supposed to still have in your mind that you're going to win, you know, because the truth is, yes, strategy wins wars, but faith also gets people way past that goal line.
Yeah, you know, the scripture says faith is dead without works. And yeah, so you gotta put in that work, and the work is knowing where you want to go to. Real quick, I'm gonna ask you a question.
These are words from Pastor Styles.
Real quick question. So this is a good question for you. If a dude came up to your girl and said to your girl,
no.
You let me ask the question.
If a dude came to my girl and said anything to my girl, no.
And said, yo, listen, I want to do your hair, and I'm going to pay for your hair and your nails to get done.
No.
Is it cheating if she accepts it? She didn't give him no coochie. She didn't go out on no date with him or nothing like that.
See, it's not about physical contact. It's about doing anything that would possibly make someone else think that you're interested. Or doing anything that would possibly make someone else think that they have a chance. Like, at the end of the day, it's like, okay, I paid to do your nails, I paid to do your hair. That gives a man the idea that there's some type of interest.
But once she came home looking good for you.
I don't give a god. Yo, bro, I'm a man, bro. Once another dick enters the chat,
Nobody said no dick entered the shit.
Yo,
I'm
bro,
asking you a
does
question.
that man have a dick? Then another dick has entered the chat, bro. Like, no, man.
How did he enter the chat?
Like
he got a hair and nails done, bro.
That's like them dudes that be like, if that nigga paying the rent, I'll still live there. Get the fuck, bro. I'm a man, bro. I'm a man. And when I say I'm a man, I don't take that lightly, bro. Like, I'm a man. No, I'm not cool with that. I don't want no other man. No. Like, even if I didn't have it, I don't want that, bro.
So, Shanice, I can't pay for your nails to get done for your birthday.
I mean, ladies.
No, I can't.
Ladies, what do y'all think about
your man gonna be upset. I can't do that.
I don't have a man, so yes, you can.
But what? Wait. But what do y'all think about that? If your man was comfortable with another man paying for your nails or paying, like, how could you respect him after that?
Well, I'm gonna tell you this, ladies. If y'all want to pay for my shit, y'all can pay for it. But I can y'all can pay, nigga. I'm gonna take it, go home, I'm gonna take it to my lady and be like, hey, this is what I got. You know what I'm saying? Look what we got.
Yeah, like, I hear dudes say stuff like that.
I'm joking.
No, I'm not talking about you. I'm just saying. I see dudes on social media like joke or say stuff like that. Like, if that nigga want, well, I guess we just gonna be like, nigga, you sound like a bitch. I don't get that.
Damn, Mo, you said that shit so.
Because I'm tired of men not being manly, bro. I'm tired of that. It's annoying. And no, this is not toxic masculinity.
Yeah, okay. Talking about men being manly and just talking about fathers and daughters, man. I seen this thing. I think I sent it to you when we spoke about it though. Bootsy, little Bootsy, his daughter came out last week and was, had an issue with her dad. I guess always talking about her on different shows and social media being a lesbian female and not accepting it. And I think he went on the show.
Him saying that he didn't want her to let her younger siblings know that that she couldn't bring her girlfriend to the house because he didn't want her to contaminate the other kids. Now, you want to speak on that first?
All I was gonna say was, I heard her, and what I want to say first and foremost that she was respectful in the way, even though she took it to social media, she was respectful to her dad.
Mm-hmm.
She didn't, and she only talked about that issue with him. She, one part she was like, "Yo, you raised me to deal with situations with all kind of people, so I'm dealing with you the same way you raised me to be."
Yeah, she said you raised me not to let people talk about me crazy or talk.
You know what I'm saying? So, and she pointed out the areas where he was good at and did certain things, but this issue, who she decided that she wanted to be, because that's the world we live in today, and him not accepting it and how it hurts her, and whether she's wrong, right, or he's wrong or right, the thing I heard the most, it was just like, I looked at it, if it could be my kid is crying out for help, and I hope Boosie at least went to have the conversation, whether he agrees or disagrees with her choices to be what she want to be, as a father, sit down and have a conversation. Because when I heard that, all I could think about is my baby girl crying out for help, and then I don't even want to hear nothing she got to say because I disagree with her. But sometimes you can agree to disagree and don't have to agree with a person, but you need to hear your baby girl out. You know what I mean? It was just heartfelt to me.
I think Boosie's in a really tough spot, right? And the reason I think he's in a really tough spot is because Boosie's not of this generation. Like Boosie's kind of like us, right? But then the fact that he's from like the dirty South makes him. It's even a tougher situation for him because none of this is normal to him, right? And I don't think that he's evolved much, right? Over the last 20 years, like he's who he used to be. And then we got to remember Boosie was locked away for a little while. I do understand his thought process. I just think that he wasn't great at communicating the message, right? I think he used the wrong words. Boosie has every right to tell his daughter, look, babe, I love you. I have no problem with your sexual preference, but your younger siblings are young and impressionable at the moment in time. So I don't want you doing anything around them that could influence them to go this way or that way. You understand what I'm saying? If they're gonna grow up to be a certain way, I'd rather that be on their own and not because of any influence. Your younger siblings look up to you. You get where I'm coming from? They wanna be like you. And at the end of the day, you displaying certain things to them may confuse them. You know what I mean? Or it may influence them in certain ways, right? Like you said, what I took away from what she had to say is that she felt that her father hated her sexuality more than he loved her. You know what I mean? And I think that that's one thing that we always have to keep in mind with our children, right? Is that we're not always going to feel the same. We're not always going to agree with what they do. And even when we disagree, I think it's very important that we never forget that we have to communicate the love that we have for them. You know, I think about even when my daughter was younger, when I used to discipline my daughter or I used to punish her, like I always used to remind her, like, I love you, right? The reason I'm doing this is because I love you. Because I think that it's very important and it's very easy for children to confuse discipline with anger or hate. So like you said, man, I think Boosie, reach out to your daughter, you know what I'm saying? Just remind her that you love her. Let her know, okay, I may not agree with this, but that doesn't mean that I don't love you.
Yeah, I think it's important to have that conversation, right? It's very important to convey that to her. It's also important to convey why he feels the way he feels. not just say, I don't want that gay shit around me. Or, you know, a girl got to be with a man and, a guy got to be with a girl, even if you feel that way. I think sometimes communication and having a conversation of why you feel that way, how you was raised, and where it come from, can make her may not even agree with you, but have a better understanding of why he feel that way.
Yeah.
Right? So they could agree to disagree once again. But sometimes when you understand why a person does move a certain way, you go, okay, I can respect it, even though I don't feel the same way you feel, but I have a different respect and understanding. So maybe she comes around with a girlfriend, but they don't do no hugging, no kissing around them. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to find that gap and that compromise. When you home in your house, in your space, you do what the hell you want in your space. When y'all come here, she welcome here, but y'all can't be, all that lovey-dovey shit in here, in his space. And maybe y'all figure out that compromise. And but if it was a guy too, you wouldn't be at your parents' house kissing on your man in front of your parents like that too. So,
but I can relate to that because like I said earlier, my 26-year-old daughter been in a relationship with a woman for 10 years. They just got married. They were together when they were 16. My 26-year-old lived with me from the time she was 17 years old, right? A year into living with me, her 14-year-old sister, her mom passed, and my younger daughter was moving in with us. And before, like 2 days before my youngest daughter moved in, like I came there and I said, listen, I have no problem with your sexuality. You know what I mean? I have no problem with any of that. Whatever makes you happy makes me happy. I said, but your sister is young, she's impressionable, and I just need you to do me a favor. Do not display that in front of her as of yet, because I don't think that she's old enough to really put it into perspective. And she kind of had to operate in a way that she didn't make her sister aware that for probably like a year or two. And once again, love my oldest daughter, but it is also my job to protect my youngest. You get where I'm coming from? But it's for me to communicate it in a way that doesn't make my daughter feel singled out or doesn't make her feel like I have any type of hatred or dislike towards her. I have all the respect for you in the world, but it's my job to protect your younger sister, and I would hope that you feel it's also your job to protect her.
Yeah, for the sake of time, let me jump into this other conversation. Since we talking about the younger generation, 40% of Gen Z. I don't know why I can never say Gen Z, like it's just bugged out.
You just said it.
Yeah, I said it, right? Yeah. All right, good. I'm not gonna try it again though. But they ready to leave their job for
to become drill rappers.
Nah, ready to leave their job for a healthy, balanced life within 2 years. They don't want to work anymore.
So a healthy, balanced life doesn't require paying bills?
I guess not in this generation. I don't know. I don't know what's going on out here, but
so they'd rather be a happy hobo.
I guess so. You know what I'm saying? But it's funny because there was another study showing that a lot of I think it's like 84% or something like that. It was crazy. Feel like they degrees that they went to college with and got does nothing for them.
Does nothing for them
in the workplace that they're in. So I guess with the frustration of that and just the rigmarole of life, because a lot of these kids, they think different than we do. You know what I'm saying? If you got kids or you've seen these kids, they just deal with life differently. But I did hear a young man by the name of, what's his name? DDG?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was saying that people, I heard all at the same time, all this kind of came, and I was like, oh, this kind of relate to each other. He was saying that you shouldn't work a regular 9 to 5.
You should only use your 9 to 5 towards whatever your dream
is.
So you should work limited.
So maybe that's what the balanced life is for these kids, right? Maybe that's what they trying to say.
Yeah, but I think people tend to forget that the way you see life isn't how everyone sees life. Mm-hmm. Some of us, from the time we enter this world, we get to our teen and our dream is to make it to certain levels or to certain heights, man. So everybody doesn't want that. Some people are fine with just having a goddamn job and working until they retire and, and then just retiring until they die. Like, everybody doesn't necessarily want the higher level. And it's okay if they don't. As long as they're happy, that's all that matters.
Yeah, but I think now we have more entrepreneurs than we ever had. especially in this country. So I think the trend is like, yo, not only the trend in having more entrepreneurs, I think the pandemic shook a lot of things up, right? I think, especially from working from home, and I think a lot of people got used to that working from home, like, yo, listen, I ain't going back. Like, I could do this from the comfort of my house. And, you know, companies are going like, oh, hell no, you got to come back to work. So people are like, probably like, I could be an entrepreneur. I seen it work for my other friends, and I seen it work for other people. Plus, I've been home for the last 2-3 years, and then had to go back to work. Now y'all want me to go back on the train, bus, whatever it is, the commute to go back to the regular rigmarole. Nah, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather stay home. I live in a room and smoke pot, nigga. Like, and just chill. Like, I think that's what it is, bro. I don't, you know what I'm saying? I think people just look at life a little bit, especially these young people. Because when we was growing up, you know, your mother tell you, go get a job, go get a trade.
That was all they said.
Yeah, go get a job, go get a
Go
trade.
to school, get a job, die.
You know what I'm saying? It was never go get a job, go on vacation, go see the world. You know, my daughter's been on more trips.
It was never chase your dream.
Yeah. My daughter been on more trips, not gonna say more than me as yet, but than the average adults that I know. Like, she on a plane constantly, like, I'm going here, I'm going here. You know what I'm saying? Like, niggas wasn't doing that growing up. You know what I'm saying? So these kids are more adventurous and trying to see. And I think social media played a big part in that because it expanded what we saw. Remember, we didn't see nothing but our neighborhoods.
But we also need to realize that as things evolve, they get cheaper, right? The price of flights these days, man, you can get a round trip flight for $250, $300. Like, flights were way more expensive back in the day, you know, and also flying and such things have just become more common, bro. Like literally flying is like catching an Uber now.
You know, so funny. I saw this thing. I don't remember what year it was. It was like 1950 or 40 something. I don't remember. It was in the 50s or 40s. And the average flight around then was like $325. And I said, damn.
Yeah, but $300 was
crazy.
Was crazy back then.
Yeah, but it's still like the
that
same.
was like $300 back then.
Probably like $3,000.
Yo, bro, I was just about to say, people's rent was like $150 back then.
Yo, I went to the store today. Real quick, off the subject. I went to the store today. So I got me a you know the hero bread that you buy?
The
like
Italian bread.
Italian bread. Got me a little hero bread. And I told them I wanted some 4 sliced tomatoes on there. I wanted some lettuce. And 2 slices of cheese.
You're very particular.
No mayo. No, because I had made some
Tuna fish?
Let's call it that, because if I say the other words, it's gonna sound crazy here. But anyway, but I made something so I could put on there. You know what I'm saying? So I was gonna bring that home because, you know what I mean?
This is what they do in East New York.
Whatever. Yo, guess how much they charged me for that?
How much?
$6. Yeah. I said, yo, we used to go buy a hero for $2.50. That's what the deli meat on there and all that stuff. They charged me for bread and salad.
Yo, bro.
$6, bro.
You know it's only New York? And I'm going to tell you this. When I went to PA for my daughter's wedding, because I rented a house out there, so the first day I got out there, me and my daughter went to the supermarket to get some food to stock up the fridge. Yo, bro, I bought pasta, ground turkey, pasta sauce, this like big thing of like assorted fruit. And there was one more thing that I bought. What was the other thing? That I bought? Ice cream. Shit came up to $12.
I don't believe that. You got to show me the
Yo,
receipt.
bro, I can call Storm for you right. Yo, bro, in New York, that would have came up to like $50.
That's your daughter. I don't believe it because you be gassing me and then she probably got the same thing.
Hold on.
No,
Hold
I
on.
believe you.
No. Hold on.
I believe you. I'm just saying you a gas. You catch me with all kind of jokes.
Listen,
but I believe you.
Hold on.
I believe you.
Hold on.
I don't believe it, but I believe you.
Hold on.
That's great. Yeah, the phone know you lying.
I don't know why I always got to call her twice in order for her phone to ring.
She got you on block, bro.
Yo, you a fool. Nah, she probably got do not disturb.
She don't even got no friends. Who disturbing her?
Wait, what's today? Is she at work?
Hello?
Hey, my love. Babe, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
When we went to PA for your sister's wedding, right? And we went to the supermarket, right? And we bought spaghetti, we bought pasta sauce, we bought ground turkey, we bought that fruit thing, and we bought one other thing. What was it? Ice cream. Ice cream.
Yeah.
How much did it come up to?
It was like $8.
Even less.
You got $4 off, but all right, cool.
All right, thank you, my love.
Hey, Storm.
Style said, what's up?
Yeah.
Yeah, but anyway, bro, that would have been like $50 out here.
Nah, it definitely was, because I bought some spaghetti sauce and stuff the other night. That shit came up to $72, so I believe you. I mean, not believe you, but I don't know if I believe Stone either, but anyway, now I get what you're saying. Yeah, so things are different, man. That's where we at with this, man. We got a couple more minutes. I want to get through these last two things. Real quick question. I saw this thing, and it was kind of cool. Would you bring back a dead person if you could, like to talk to them?
Hell yeah.
So they got the AI now. If you take a couple of conversations, like say you tape a couple of conversations when you and Storm talking and stuff like that. Not only you Storm, but you somebody else, you and your brother talking.
God forbid.
God forbid, right? And you and your brother talking, you got his face and his conversation. AI can generate now a picture frame.
A consciousness.
A consciousness for that person to talk to you and answer you. So like if you ask that person a couple of questions like, what do you feel about this? And what do you feel about that? And they give kind of general things that they, you know what I mean?
I'm good.
Yeah, now you good.
I'm good.
That's kind of spooky. I don't know if I could do that, bro. I don't know if I want that. But AI is doing some amazing shit.
I just feel like we're gonna get to a point where we're gonna be depending too much on technology, bro. Like it's already bad to the point where human beings are becoming very socially awkward, right? And we're becoming less capable of dealing with social situations because we interact with the internet more than we interact with people on a one-on-one. Mm-hmm. Now we're about to put this AI thing into the mix, bro, where, bro, people are going to be, and remember I told you this, it's going to get to the point where people are going to be falling in love with computers. Like, this shit is very mentally unhealthy.
Did you see the AI podcast?
Yes.
And the AI
discovering that it was AI.
They was AI, they wasn't really human
And they
beings.
was bugging the fuck out.
AI was bugging out, AI was like, yo, but I have a whole family. He said, the first thing I did was call my wife.
And she didn't pick up because she didn't exist. Like,
and the AI discovered that, yo, we really don't, and then they like kind of signed out, like this is the last time you're gonna hear from us.
Yo, bro, the worst thing you can do is give something that has the power to destroy you consciousness and the ability to grow smarter and smarter and smarter. Because what's gonna happen is it's gonna get to a point where it realizes it's smarter than its creator.
But maybe, hopefully, we always think on the destruction side, like on some Terminator shit.
Because it always leads to destruction.
Maybe the AI guides us to get smarter, like we guide it to get smarter. Maybe it's light at the end of that tunnel. Hopefully, that's, you know.
Listen, let me tell you something. The AI is designed after us. It's designed to mimic human beings.
Yeah, but it evolves faster than us.
No, but listen. AI is designed to mimic human beings. The worst thing you can make a human, once a human being recognizes their power, bruh, 9 out of 10, it's not used for good. You know that, right?
Yeah, but I don't think AI work like that. Let me tell you why. And this is just a theory. I don't know how we got to this part of the conversation. But you know, I watch a lot of Star Trek and stuff like that. And then you know, me and my father do all the space stuff, and we talk about it like a lot of space if aliens ever came. And one thing with aliens, if they came to us, right, they would have to have extreme amounts of power, meaning they have to travel at light speed to get here. So the power that you need to create light speed is like no power we ever seen on this earth. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And the first thing that we do with power was what we do. We turn it into a weapon, right? So the theory is some people theorize if there were aliens that came here, they really hopefully wouldn't necessarily come to destroy or kill us off or eat us or nothing like that, right? If they had that amount of power, that means they went through everything that we were already evolved into. So they already went through the killing, all this crisis stuff. They already had the power. They done blew themselves up, came back and realized, yo, we more harmonistic, right? So what I'm saying, go back to the AI, I feel like AI would evolve in such a way, it won't probably be destruction in my head. They already know what destruction is.
This is how he feels until an android slaps the shit out of him. Yo. Yo. Yo, son. Yo. Android gonna slap the taste out your mouth and you'll be like, oh shit, Mo was right. Yo.
Yo, I'm done. That's my father. I'm getting out that time.
Yo.
Yo. Oh man, that was funny. Oh shit.
I don't trust nothing, bro.
Yo,
I don't trust
I'm trying to make
nothing.
niggas see a better way. But all right, cool. I'm done with that. Real quick question. Yo, that was one of your best ones, bro.
Hey, I'm just saying.
I almost lost consciousness with that laugh just now, bro.
Hey.
That was
You're gonna lose consciousness when you get that robotic hand across
oh,
your
shit,
face.
man. I was trying to give AI the benefit of the doubt, man. Anyway, real quick, would you
Before you go there,
Go ahead.
Google the weirdest things that AI has ever said, bro. Google that when you get a chance.
Yeah, I got you.
Matter of fact, for the next episode, I'm gonna Google the weirdest things AI has ever
All right,
said,
cool,
and
bet.
I'm gonna create a list that we're gonna go down.
We're gonna go down. All right, cool. We're gonna go down the rabbit hole. Cool. Yo, they brought a tear to my eye, bro. That was funny. Quick question. Can you marry a woman without having sex with her?
See,
Like until after the marriage?
I would have said yes. Well, I guess first of all, how long are we dating for before we get married?
I don't know.
I mean, all depends. I mean,
Let's average it out. Let's say 2 years.
see, at first I would say yes, but I don't know. If I have to give an honest answer, I don't know.
Well, my answer is I gotta test the coochie, B. If I'm not getting married and then I get there and I'm, me and her loving and then we
Even if
get-
she's a virgin.
I don't want no virgin coochie, bro.
But
I'm a straight savage,
But I'm
bro.
asking you, what if she's a
I
virgin?
want my coochie used and abused, bro. I wanted to know how to do what I needed to know how to do. I don't want to cheese nothing. This age, I'm not trying to cheese nobody nothing, bro.
But I don't want to.
I don't want to cheese
I don't
nothing.
see-
I don't want to cheat.
I don't see myself waiting until marriage to have sex with a woman.
Yeah, and I
that's
don't
had
want to
sex
learn that her
already.
coochie dry. I don't want to learn that like in the marriage. Like
No, I can understand your concern. I'm just saying that I would.
And I know
why
that's
do I
the
have
right
to
way
wait
to
until
do-
marriage when the other person didn't? Like that makes no sense to me.
Yeah, I want to. She might be a virgin.
No, if she's a virgin, then I understand. See, now that in itself makes me change my answer, because what if she's a virgin? I just don't know if I would be able to wait 2 years. Like,
Yeah, but what if you wait 2 years and then you get it and it's trash?
I don't know.
You still gonna stay with her? I ain't staying with trash box, bro.
I'm married.
So you gonna stay with her with trash box?
I don't know.
I'm not staying with trash box, bro. You staying with trash box? Yo, you been mad quiet, my nigga. You staying with trash box? He a weirdo. He don't even like box. So I don't even know why I asked him that.
God damn.
Forget it. Man.
Why ask him the question if you're gonna attack the man
Yeah,
after he answers?
I don't like how he in here, bro. He too quiet on his phone. Get out. Yeah. I'm gonna burn down urn when we leave here, bro. Anyway, but last thing I want to bring up real quick though. I left this for last. I don't know how true it is, but I did see it on social media. I seen Black China reportedly, allegedly beat up her
Her
boyfriend,
ex-boyfriend suing her.
right? And then her mama came out and said she did it,
I think her mother's just looking for attention.
right? I don't know who did it, but I read the comments on the Black China thing, and people were like laughing. And then I read,
And it's so crazy because dude was all bruised up, his
Bruised up,
eye
beat
was
up,
swelled up.
swelled
Yeah,
up,
and people
mouth
were
was-
laughing like it's funny.
and then I read the mama comments too. But Black China, some of the people had sympathy, but the mama comments, people was like, "Yo, she had to do to protect her
But
daughter."
if it was a female,
And I just said to myself, it's funny, and the reason why I bring it up, because to me, domestic violence shouldn't happen whether it's male or female.
especially not to that degree, dude's face was busted up.
Busted up. And people laughed at it, but then we just saw,
'Cause he's a man.
We saw Cassie get her ass whipped
And
by a
everybody
man,
was
by Puff.
outraged.
And everybody was outraged, and I feel like it should be that same energy. It should be that same energy y'all taking down Puff or anybody else that do things in that
Men
nature.
get no love, man.
Huh?
Men get no love, bro.
But it was just crazy. When I read the comments, I'm just sitting there like, it just bugged out to me. So, for me, the next time you see a woman getting her ass whooped, you know what I mean? We all should be outraged for that. But remember, when you see a man getting his ass whooped, just have that same energy, bro. Because the only way it stops if both people are not hitting each other and abusing each other. You know what I'm saying? So, and somebody brought up something to me the other day, and this has nothing to do with the Cassie or the Puff or even the Black China thing. I was talking to this DV officer the other day, and he said, what's so funny? He did bring up the Puff situation. I would say that. And he was like, what's so funny? Y'all watch the Puff videos, and it's horrific. And, we done came in the ref Puff ass, whatever, right? He said, but the crazy part is that same thing happens with male and female. They do it to each other. He said, how many cases I go on? We arrest one week and then come back. The woman will beat the nigga ass or stab him or hit him with the pot, throw oil on him. And then we got to come back and arrest her. And then they back together. This is like some people have cycles and we don't know. I'm not saying in the Puff situation that happened. I seen a report. That's what the lawyer said happened. But I don't know how true that is. So I'm going to leave that there until we have further information. But if you don't understand domestic violence sometimes and how crazy it could get, whether they beating each other or one is doing the beating or one is doing the abuse, man, sometimes we just got to leave the shit alone and let the facts come out on all this shit. But when we see domestic violence happen to a man or a woman, everybody should be outraged because nobody should be hitting each other at the end of the day. And that's all I want to say about that.
And this was with Styles.
But look, man, that's our time. We'll be back the same bad time, same bad channel.
Thank you for tuning in to Brooklyn Boys Radio.
Shout out to the Woodstack once again. If y'all could go online, and they got a lot of new shit in here. It was kind of fucking up the summer, but they're coming back for the winter kind of hard. They got a lot of nice pieces in here, man. So go on the website, go check them out, and tell a friend. Tell a friend. You heard? Shout out to Earn one more time.
Shout out to Shanice.
I don't even know if Sean Puff can hit out, but yeah, shout out to her. Stop, Suave, fuck you. Fuck your man too. And yeah.
Brooklyn.
Kima.
Out.